Hey there. Hopefully you can hear me okay. I'm going to unpack my panniers that I just did an overnight trip from Paw Paw to Cumberland and back. So I just want to see what's in there. I know what I put in there, but I want to put it on video again. I took photos right beforehand, a quick snapshot of what the table looked like. It's all spread out. But let me see if I can unpack this. I've got the camera set up on a little tripod, so I'll see how this turns out. So this is one of the rear panniers, and this is the outside mesh pocket. So I've got a set of gloves. I've got a very light cover for the bike. I had a couple more bottles of water, but there's a bottle of water, my vest, if I would ride on the roads. There's a cable lock, 5-foot cable lock, and just another bungee cord. And also have some Dawn dish liquid. I can't, so most of the times. But I did use a hotel this time. I got into Cumberland late, like 10 o'clock. I was going to go over to the YMCA, but I couldn't get things to come up on my phone right. So I just popped down to the Fairfield Inn and checked in there. Paid way more than I would ever pay, but anyways, that's that. Okay, so that's it for the pocket. It's about a 4 or 5 liter space that is very convenient for me because I can just grab what I want or put stuff in there. So, all right, so now let me open up the pannier itself. All right, so I pulled out the stuff from the pocket. This is the 35 liter pannier. It's from Orleans. I've had it for probably going on 10 years now almost. So let me pull out what's in there. This is one of my rear panniers. I have a pillow, inflatable pillow. It normally folds up. I just stashed it in there. I have a shirt that I wore, so that's in there. Here's a pair of shorts. Medicine, got 3 bottles that I use. One of those is Tylenol. Okay, so this is my food bag, by the looks of it. So, peanut butter, jelly. This is my cook kit, which has some easy open food like salmon pack, tuna, chicken. It has my burner in here, butane, gas canisters, everything I need to cook with. So I'm not going to go over that right now. So, got a little hygiene bag, toothbrush, razor, and so forth. So, microfiber towel. And some other things just stashed in here. There's a little pocket in there. I got some zip ties and some Neosporin, Blistex, another spork if I need it, plastic one. I find the plastic ones with this peanut butter, especially when it gets colder, it gets thicker, and the plastic breaks. So I have metal utensils in this pack, along with a can opener. And that's all for that. This pannier, it's a 35 liter, it weighs about 3.5 pounds, empty. So, anyways, that's that one. Oh, I also have, grab it here, I cut myself. I've got a sharp knife, and this is handy for making my sandwiches, my PBJ sandwiches, cutting board, sandwich board. So this is the other 35 liter pannier, bike tools. and pump and so forth. So let's go into here. This outer one I normally have kept, and I used 2 liters of water and 1 liter of Dr. Pepper. So 6 bottles have already been used. What's left is a large trash bag, and I use that, I cut it in half, and I use it to cover the handlebar on the bike whenever it would really be rainy. So, and then of course I stash other things that I sometimes use. Here's my toboggan cap, and that's it for that right now. But mostly that had all my liquids. So now let's get this out. All right, everything's just falling out here. Okay, some chamois butter. Don't leave home without it. Morph G pump. I like it. Has a nice handle to it. And this part extends. This will turn into a press. Well, it's a pressed right now, but it'll also have the other valve as well. So I can pump regular valves or this one here, the Preston's. Okay, I have a power bank. I have 2 Anchor power banks. They're quick charge. They charge probably within about an hour, 40 minutes mostly, if you've got about like a 100 watt charger, wall charger. Cord. Don't leave home without it. TP. Wipes. I found that Wise Owl makes really good dry bags. They're so weather tight that if you roll this up and close it, it's you got to be able to get the air out. It's all weather tight. It's all airtight. So I don't think Wise Owl makes them anymore. It's somebody else. But look online if you're looking for them. I think this one's a 20 liter. I think they sold them like 3 dry bag kits or individually. But I found out that I don't have enough dry bags. I think I have 5 or 6. You always find a use for them. It helps contain all your stuff into one pack. So anyways, I'll go over separately, but this one is my clothes. I've changed over to mostly merino wool, 100% merino wool clothes. And seeing I'm camping, I need to have different layers, especially in the tent, because it's getting down to below freezing and in the 20s. So anyways, clothes. Here's my toolkit that I've assembled. If you wear glasses, don't leave home without a spare. I won't get it out yet, but this is my insulated jacket with a hood. I got this one from Enlightened Equipment. I forget what they called it. Something. Anyways, I haven't really used it too much, but I would use this if I needed extra insulation at night. So far I haven't. But it's all contained in this nice little compression sack. Now what I would do, I would put this into another dry bag, just in case this thing would ever leak. And I have my rain kit, and I'll do this separately, but I've got my rain gear. I have a rain jacket, I think the rain pants are in here, and I think I have a poncho and rubberized covers for my shoes. That I'm still testing out. And that's all that went in that one. So this is not my tent kit. I'm wrong. Sorry about that. So that's the contents of this one. So, oh, I have extra pair of socks. Always seem to stash stuff somewhere. Okay, so let me load this one back up. Okay, so that's all packed away again. I have the dry bag on the handlebar. So I'm going to stash things that I would readily use, not the jelly. I would readily stash this stuff in there. Okay, so that is the other 35-liter pannier all packed up. Now let's get into the others. Two other panniers I have go in the front, obviously, and they're 22-liter panniers each. I have 13-liter panniers too, but it's a pretty tight fit unless I downsize and take some stuff out. So let me get the two 22-liter panniers. Okay, Orley 22-liter pannier. I think this one is my tent kit. We'll see. I've changed these around a couple different times, so now I don't remember what is what. For right now, I just have clothing items in a compression sack just to keep them dry. I got a few clothing items there, basically a shirt and short set. Just using a dry bag to put some other stuff in there. I've got an extension cord and a couple other cords in there. So in here is my tent footprint, the bottom. I left it in here because it was wet and I dried it. So that's there. And I basically have this big sack so that when it is wet, I can just throw it in there and then stop at some point and just get it out and dry it. Plus it keeps all the moisture and the stink and stuff contained. Bottle for the tent nighttime. Here's another dry sack. These dry sacks are nice to just contain stuff. I basically just have cables and assorted cables to charge my stuff. Really only have lights, my phone, and power banks. Nothing else really. Tent poles, tent stakes. Here's a sheet set that fits over of my air mattress. It actually quiets the Thermarest air mattress down a lot. Excuse me. Quiets it right down. So if you're in a camping area and you're hearing somebody next tent over to crinkle, 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 this quiets it down. You barely hear it. And that's been me sometimes. And the other major thing is the tent. It's a big Agnes. It's it says a 2-person tent, but it's really a 1+ because it angles. I don't know what the dimensions are, but anyways, it angles, and I would say it's only good for 1+ person.
Are you ready to go get me something to drink? Well, I'm gonna walk over and see.
And I also have a tree limb saw. It's an 8-inch tree limb saw. It's very light, maybe half a pound, if that. I've used it a lot, especially on the trail when the trees are down and I'm trying to get myself a path through. So very handy. It does help to cut the limbs off. Very sharp though, be careful, it's a razor sharp. Okay, the last pannier is my front pannier. It's another 22-liter pannier, Orley. It's only leaked one time just because I didn't fasten it right. But otherwise, it's a good pannier. So, let's see. Oh yeah, it's got my air pad. It's a Thermarest. It's an X-Therm. And here, my dry sack, I have the 0 degree Enlightened Equipment quilt. I have a 50, a 40, a 30, and a 0-degree quilt. Yeah, it's getting down below 30s, so that's what I got. I'd probably be okay with a 30-degree quilt since I do have the other insulated clothing, jacket and so forth I could wear. But anyways, 0-degree quilt, it adds, probably another 5 or 6 liters worth of space. And this compression sack, and it's not really fully compressed, but it is compressed somewhat. So, and basically that is it. And I have an inflatable pillow, and looks like I threw some snacks in there. And that's it. And that's all my panniers, all 4 of them. Okay, so the last couple things I have is I have a burrito bag. It's a handlebar bag. It's 5 liters, and it's the biggest one they make by Roadrunner. I don't know if they make them anymore, but I just was looking for something to throw some stuff in there. It straps onto the handlebar, and it's worked out okay, but it's not waterproof. But anyway, as you can imagine, you can hold your phone and so forth, snacks, whatever you need in there. So it's pretty portable. So that's the handlebar bag. The other thing I do is I put 3 things in the back rack. On the rear rack, I have a big Agnes camp chair, and it weighs about 3 pounds, and it holds up to about 300 pounds. It's very durable, very sturdy, and it's shock corded, so everything's together, and you can put it together within less than a minute, and it all fits in that bag. The other thing I cut down was a pad, and this helps for me to kneel on at my tent. So anything when you're in your mid-60s or older, you want to help out yourself as much as you can. Bad knees and so forth, so that helps out. Plus, for quick, easy reach, I have a jacket, just a windbreaker that I strap on there as well. This will fit down in a pannier, but sometimes just easy reach, I just put that on as well. And I'll fasten that to the rear rack. And that's it. This is a strap I use for the rear rack. It comes in various lengths. And this one's a Titan strap, just what I happen to buy. There's a couple other brands too, but it's worked out okay so far. So, not much to be said about that. I have 2 or 3 different straps, different lengths, and I just keep them right into my frame bag. So on the bike itself, I have my frame bag, and that's an ideal area to store things. So, all right, well, that's my kit basically.